ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another third-party, unlicensed 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review video. Now today, we are going to be taking a look at the Toys Battalion Raven Blade, aka Corvus Glaive from Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Now, we are slowly but surely building out the Black Order, and Toys Battalion did start off very strong with their Ebony Maw. The Proxima Midnight was a miss, there's no two ways about it, but I'm still excited to get Corvus Glaive out here. Now, I got mine from Comics Sanctorum, but do bear in mind this is a third-party, unlicensed, unofficial product. This is not a promotional video, this is a review on a figure I picked up for my own personal collection. What we are going to do now, though, is get the box laying flat in the light box and do the unboxing. Here, of course, we have the box art, and I apologize for not being able to fit the entire thing in frame. The box is absolutely huge. Up front, though, we do have a glossy silhouetted image of Corvus Glaive's face, Raven Blade down below, his name once again on the side, plus a silhouetted image of the entire Black Order plus Thanos, and then this constellation-style image with the wireframe artwork of the entire team. Plus, they did recently announce Cull Obsidian, so finally we'll be able to assemble the entire Black Order. Fingers crossed he comes out relatively soon, because I know a few of you, just like me, are itching to complete the team. As for Corvus Glaive, first in-hand impressions are suitably positive. I'm already liking the look and feel of this release. Now, of course, he does have one foam block up on top and another down below, so what we are going to do now is get all of his accessories laid out in the light box and take a closer look and everything he comes with. Here we have all the parts and pieces. Now, starting off with the display base first, it is the modern Hot Toys style rectangular display base. It's simple yet very effective. No nameplate on the front, which I do prefer over them printing Raven Blade or something else on the front there, and then of course an image of some grass up on top. It is just a flat image, but it does have a bit of a rough texture to it, so Corvus Glaive should stand on there perfectly fine. We do also have a regular crotch grabber up on top. Now, Corvus only comes with one accessory, and it's his glaive. This makes perfect sense, and it looks great. The sculpt is sharp and crisp, the paint applications are very nicely done. You do have a gorgeous metallic silver and gold, and then some patina and some washes down in the crevices. And then the same thing can be said for the blade on the other end. The points are a little bit sharp, so do be careful not to prick yourself. You do also get some swap out hands, as you would expect, and they are suitably rubbery, which is definitely a good thing when you're trying to install the glaive in his hands. You can simply pry them open and then pop them around his weapon. What we are going to do now, though, is get Corvus Glaive himself out here and take a closer look. Here we have him, standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. And is it just me, or does he look really good? I was not expecting to be as wowed as I am by this figure, especially based off Proxima Midnight, who by all accounts was pretty terrible, including my own. But this guy is really starting to win me over. I love the look of the black on gold for the outfit, that mean expression for the head sculpt, and the weird lanky proportions are exactly what I expected for Corvus Glaive. They work to his advantage, because he is a big, tall, lanky dude in the movie. What we are going to do now, though, is take him off the rotating turntable, punch in, and take a closer look at the details. Here we have him up close and personal. Now I'm pleased to report this is a return to form for Toy Zero. They haven't done what they did with Proxima Midnight and used a regular run-of-the-mill female body and popped on some ankle extenders before calling it a day. They've used a custom, purpose-built body specifically made to mimic Corvus Glaive's weird alien proportions, and I'm all for it. Now, starting off with the head sculpt, I really like it. The intensity to the stare, the gritted teeth, the expression is very mean and menacing. I do like the paint applications and the skin texture. That is undeniably Corvus Glaive. Now, some people have said the neck is a little short, and yes, I can see that, but if you pull down this front sash piece just a little bit, you will expose slightly more of the neck. Don't pull it too far though, otherwise you will expose the neck connector itself. There is a happy medium, you'll know what I mean when you get yours in hand. I'm pleased to report the hood is full fabric and it's permanently attached to the head sculpt. That means when you move it around and rotate it, it shouldn't get out of alignment, should pretty much look perfect no matter where you place the sculpt. You can move the top section up and down a little bit to adjust it to your personal preference, but for the most part it stays put and looks great while doing so. You do have these big armor pieces on the side of his head sculpt that are a rubbery plastic, so no worries about breaking off the tips up the top here. Now, around the back, he does have a cape of sorts. It is all just a nice soft material with screen printing on the surface, but it's very flat. This, I think, might just be my biggest complaint here, is how flat it is. It looks like it's been freshly pressed and ironed aboard Thanos' ship, and I don't think that's what would have happened. I wouldn't be surprised if some customizers add dirt and grime and some wrinkles here and there just to bring it to life, because at the moment it is completely devoid of life. Now, coming around the front, he does have this sash that ends in a nice point. Again, a bunch of gold screen printing on the surface, and then another fabric section underneath that has these side pieces that go across his arms. They are, once again, fabric, but you do have to make sure to be careful with them because they feel a little bit fragile. Underneath all of that, though, he has the tried and true Toy Zero rubbery suit. All of the details are printed on the surface, and it does feel quite bulletproof. I know some people have still had issues with it tearing and creasing, but for me, Ebony Maw and Proxima Midnight both look as good as the day they came out of the box, and I have had their arms bent in the display. Now, coming down to his legs, he does have this skirt piece. Again, it is very flat, but at the very least, this one does have some dirt and grime on the surface, and the edges are tattered. The same thing can be said for the side pieces and his legs. You can see a ton of wear and tear going all the way down to his fully exposed feet, which are filthy. Now, I did look at some reference images of the Hot Toys figure and the feet actually looked like this. The paint applications were a little bit better, as you'd expect from a hand-painted Hot Toys prototype, but these do look the part. They are creepy, they are alien, but at the very least they are rather accurate. Now, I am curious, which of the Black Order has been your favourite from Toy Zero so far? Now, for a quick side-by-side comparison, here we have all three members of the Black Order that have been released to date. Now, while they each have their issues and their advantages, I think Corvus Glaive might just be my favourite of the bunch. He's big, he's imposing, he's taller than Ebony Maw as you would expect him to be, and he fits right in with the rest of the line. Proxima Midnight definitely is the weakest, there's no two ways about it. Her weird oversized legs and the teeny tiny hands just throw the proportions way out. But together, I think they are worth more than the sum of their parts. Just going over articulation. Now, bear in mind this is my personal copy of the figure, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. I'm sure when you get yours in hand, you can push the joints slightly further than I am willing to go. Now, starting off with the head sculpt, it is on a fixed neck. It does look forward and back, swivel, and then pivot side to side. The arms will go up to there. They will go forward and back on quite clicky ratchets. butterfly joint at the shoulder that's also on ratchets, swivel at the bicep, a double bend at the elbow that does go the full way, plus a regular 1/6 scale wrist peg. The torso does crunch forward and back on 2 separate joints, one at the midsection then one at the waist, although I am finding you're getting most of the range out of the one down below. Swivel and then pivot side to side. The legs will go forward to there, they will go out to there, swivel at the upper thigh, a ratcheted double bend at the knee that does go past 90, plus a double ball peg down here for the ankle. Just wrapping up on the Toys Battalion Corvus Glaive. Now going into this, my expectations were at rock bottom. They literally couldn't be any lower after Proxima Midnight. But I'm pleased to report that I was worrying for no reason. This guy is really good. In fact, he's so good, it feels like he's made by an entirely different company. They've actually used a specifically tailored body for Corvus Glaive with the big, tall, lanky proportions, and it works perfectly. I love the expression on the head sculpt. It's also well painted and detailed. The outfit, even though it's a rubbery undersuit, it still does the job for me, without going too crazy and expecting them to do multiple layers and bits and pieces. This is right in their wheelhouse. I love the glaive as well. It is nicely sculpted and painted, and it's a proportionate size to how big he is. This is now my favourite of the Black Order in 1/6 scale. It has restored my faith in Toys era after the Proxima Midnight debacle, and I am hoping that Cull Obsidian is going to be another hit. He's the last one we need, and when we bring the entire team together, like I said earlier, I'm hoping they're going to be greater than the sum of their parts. But we'll find out when he's released. Now, if you are looking to get this Corvus Glaive, don't forget, it's third party, it's unlicensed, this is an unofficial product. I got mine from Comic Sanctorum. I have put the link in the description below for your reference purposes only. This is not a promotional video, this is a review on a figure I picked up for my own personal collection. While you're down there, why not check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.